Hi Scorpio, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. So today, Scorpio, you guys got Nightingale Spirit, Love is All Around, number 41, making a 5. So this is a very beautiful card. Love is all around, and it's something that, you know, comes from within, and we're supposed to, I think, feel better, right, when this comes around. But I always feel like this comes around when someone is not doing well, right? Like this card doesn't come around when someone is like having the best time of their life and they're in a relationship. I feel like this card comes around in a struggle, right? And then you got the 5. So I feel like, Scorpio, maybe some of you guys aren't doing so well. Some of you guys might be actually in a challenge, right? With 5. 5 is a challenge, it's a conflict, it's an upheaval. It's like something that you have to get through. And I think you're really trying to be healthy, like you're trying to see things positively, but it's hard for you because we also have the storm and the anchor. So I feel like there's something here that kind of shook everything around, right? And this was coming up in my full moon read, right? So my full moon in Libra was all about relationships, right? It's the 7th house for relationships. And then, you know, it was about a storm kind of taking place and moving everything around. So you have the storm with the anchor. I feel like the anchor might have been like in the ocean somewhere, and it just like now after the storm, it's here on the sand. It's like, what are we going to do with it, right? So there's probably some sort of problem that got like dropped in your lap. That's what I'm getting. Like there's some sort of issue here with the storm. Just like in the full moon read in Libra, it probably has to do with relationships. So something in your relationship might have gotten completely like flipped upside down, like a hurricane, you know, came, a storm came, a tornado came, moved all the shit around. Why does the divine do that, right? Like, why does the divine move shit around? Well, it's for a reason, right? Things happen for a reason. The things get moved around. A storm, right, takes place, and it is to move shit around. But I think it's also a test to a relationship, right? Like if you can't withstand the test, right, of the, like if you can't withstand something moving the relationship a little bit, then where is the actual, you know, stability of that relationship? Is it a stable relationship? Is it a grounded relationship? Is there a lot of stability here where if a tornado comes, nothing's going to move around? Or is this shit going to just fly in the air? And what it seems to me, Scorpio, is that it flew around, right? Like whatever happened here in your relationship, it moved everything around. Nothing was the same. That's what I'm getting, like the Drake album, nothing was the same. And now you're here trying to pick up the pieces. But what I'm getting with this is that this is a good thing, because I mean, again, look at it from a different perspective. This is a good thing because you have a chance to fix it and build it more stably if that's what you choose, or you have a chance to walk away from it. But whatever you decide, Scorpio, it's a chance to, when shit is not stable and it flies around, right? Like in the storm, right? The anchor, it kind of moved from one place to another, right? It's because it wasn't settled correctly, right? It's like if you don't build a house with a solid foundation, and it's gonna, you know, blow away. And I feel like something blew away here, and you're just like, I don't understand why that happened. But what I'm getting with this is like, if you chose to build it better for the next storm, then it will only improve your relationship, right? This is the thing about relationships. You get chances to fix them or walk away from them. And I don't know what you're going to decide to do, Scorpio, but if this is something that you feel you want to work on, then it's a chance to build it better. But, you know, the action is required from you or the other person, right? Action is required. And, you know, I think, you know, when shit gets moved around, the first response, I mean, for me, I feel like I'm quickest to anger. For you, I don't know what you're quickest to. What are you quickest to? Are you quickest to sadness? Are you quickest to depression? Are you like what happens? What's the initial reaction from you? I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, maybe you acted in a way where now, you know, the stability of the relationship is gone, and you on top of it acted in a way where you're not really proud of yourself. So maybe this person acted in a way that they're not proud of themselves. So do you get what I'm saying? It's a chance to either focus on how can we fix this relationship, or it's a time to focus on, okay, this isn't working and we're going to let this go. But I mean, honestly, it's up to you. It's up to both of you, right? And not coming at it from a place of whatever your reaction is immediately. So if your immediate reaction is something very low vibe, then you already know that there's something within you that you need to work on. Again, I feel like this happened for a reason. The storm happened for a reason. to kind of set the relationship in the right way. But you don't have to. Do you know what I'm saying? You can leave the anchor in the sand forever. You don't have to move it back where it was. Or you can do whatever you want. You don't have to fix it. But I mean, if you care about this relationship and you want to be with this person, it takes like fixing something within, right? Obviously it's always within and so without. But again, it's up to you. I feel like, let's put more cards on this, but if this relationship is worth fixing, then you go fix it. And if it's not, then, that's kind of, I feel like, where you're at right now. So let's put some cards, Scorpio. So Scorpio, right away, I see, like I usually pull more cards, but I already see what's going on here. So look, the first card that came out was choice. Again, you have a choice. That's why you're in a 5. You're in conflict, you're in a challenge, because you have a choice to make. And I think this is your heart against your ego right now. Ego is fear. You have the 2 ego cards out here, right? So there's like no coincidence here. Your ego is triggered, right? And there's a part of you, I feel like, that wants to go for the love, right? Like you're going to choose love. You're going to choose to work on this. And you drop the ego and you focus on the love. But then there's something here that, again, triggers this armor, triggers the protection, triggers the fear, triggers the, I have to fix the situation. I have to fix the situation, but I'm going to do it the old way, right? I feel like that might be something that you're going to do. You're going to start to build this relationship back the same exact way that you did it, because the ego is the last card here. So I'm afraid here, Scorpio, for you, in the sense that you are going to choose love. You are going to choose to try to fight for this relationship, which I feel like is a really beautiful thing. And I like commend you on that, because I feel like a lot of people just throw shit away nowadays, and problems arise and nobody wants to work on shit. Everybody has so many options and blah, 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 blah. Whatever. This is the 2 of Cups though. This is a soulmate, right? And you know that. So what are you deciding to do? I feel like you're going to build on this, but look at the energy that you're building it on. You have faith in reverse. So right here is like two mistakes, right? Because if you're going to build this again, right, this is you trying to build it steadily. This is you trying to rebuild it in the way that you want it, in the way that's going to fix it, so that when a storm comes, it can't be knocked down. But the problem is, look at the energy that you're coming into it with. You're coming into it fully protected, right, with the armor, right? Like, you can't, you like, look at the difference between these 2 cards, right? This person is like naked basically, right? And their chest is open. And I think they're, open to, if they got hurt, they got hurt, but they're very open. Whereas this person is fully protected. This person has armor on. This person, like, the energy that you're going to come into it with is wrong. That's what I'm getting, Scorpio. Like, it is beautiful that you want to, like, work on this. And it is beautiful that you're trying to get balanced. But there's something here that's like, as soon as you get back into this relationship, I feel like you're going to go back. You're reverting back to an old way of doing things, which isn't going to work, right? With the ego card here, this ending the read shows me that you're going to go right back to being fearful. And like, faith is in reverse. Do you really have faith in this relationship if the faith card's in reverse, right? That's what's worrying me, Scorpio, because I do like the fact that you're going to choose love and you're going to choose this person and you're going to drop the ego. But it's like, for how long will you drop the ego until it comes right back up? Look at it creeping here. Another thing this could be is just the fact that at the end of the day, you're always going to have to work on your ego. You're always going to be a little bit fearful. And that's a problem that you already know that, you have to deal with. And the ego kind of sits there haunting you, right? Because you never know when's the next time you're going to be triggered, right? So those are like, there's a difference here. I don't know which one you fall on. We're going to pull more cards, but I would like to say, like, if you're going to build this, you can't build it back the same way you built it before, in fear and in ego, because that's not going to work. That's the reason it probably fell in the first place, and this isn't going to work. Again, we're not getting a lot about this other person. We're getting a lot about you. So that's why I'm focusing on you. But yeah, Scorpio, I feel like you have to be careful with this energy, because the ego is something we have to integrate within ourselves, right? It has to work in tandem with, I don't know if that's the right word, it has to work together, right? With the soul and the heart. Everything has to work together. Everything has to be working for the highest good in one direction. And if your ego and your fear is making you go left and your heart and your soul is making you go right, you're not working together, right? And that's kind of what I feel here. It's like this is being built with love, right? Or is this being built with fear, right? And even you don't know. That's what I'm getting. Like, you don't even know. You want to be balanced and you're trying really hard to bring balance to the situation with the body and mind. But I think that fear and your ego kind of drag you in this direction that you don't necessarily want to be in. So I think it's going to be hard. I think that's why you have the 5, because it is going to be hard. It's not going to be something that's going to be easy right now, because it's like you're fighting yourself. And I think this has a lot to do with integration of the shadow, right? So what does that mean, integration of the shadow? It means that you have to take a look at those parts of you that are very insecure and those parts of you that are very fearful. Like, if you're afraid to lose somebody, why are you so afraid, right? And if you're afraid, and I know this isn't like easy work to do, and this takes time, this takes years, right? But it's taking a look at all those dark parts of you and why you feel that way and why it affects you in such a way, and why, you know, all those whys, and like, because, you know, all that shit, that's what you're supposed to look at to be more integrated. Again, it's not something that happens overnight, but that's like a step into the right direction, right? Like looking at the fear-based mentality, right? You can also look at it like in a chakra kind of way, right? Because you see how the chakras are here in this ego card. So you can start from the base and work up to the crown, right? So the base is the root, and it's the red, right, down here. And that has to do with security. So, you know, if security is an issue for you, right, and stability, then you can work on the root. Do you know what I'm saying? Sacral is the sexual, solar, confidence, heart, right? Like, you can work on each chakra. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's ways to do this that doesn't have to be like, this is going to take 10 years and I'm going to have to leave for 10 years. I think you could do this slowly. But I mean, I already feel like you're very aware. So there's not a problem in the fact that, you know, you're unaware, because if you were unaware, then you would have not chosen the right thing, and I feel like you would have chosen to walk away. But I think that it's going to take time, and you could honestly just work from chakra to chakra if that helps you, like get a plan down, right? Like, because again, I feel like you care about this person, I feel like you want to make it work, but there is this shadow aspect of yourself that needs integration, and you know, that takes time. So let's pull more cards, Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, I don't even need to pull that many cards. I see what's going on like right away. So you're afraid that you're not going to be able to bring what you promised to this, right? And you're afraid that you're never going to be able to balance yourself out the way that this person deserves, or the way that this relationship deserves, in order to make it as stable as it should be. And you're afraid that everything that you're saying is not something that you can actually apply to your life, right? So it's like, it's great to say like, yeah, I want to do all these things, but can you actually apply it to your life? Like, that's what I feel like is going on here, right? You're afraid right now that you'll always be this person that's insecure, and that you'll always be fearful of this person leaving, or this, you know, you'll have these problems, and that there's not anything that you can really do because this is the way you are, right? The devil and the emperor in reverse, this is a negative energy. This is someone who's very controlling. This is someone who has, everything has to be their way, right? And I feel like there's parts of you that understand that, like, I honestly feel with the faith in reverse that you're going to try to give this the best shot that you can, but in the back of your mind, I feel like you already know that you're going to revert back to this behavior, right? The interesting thing here is that temperance always trumps the devil, and you have temperance sandwiched in between you. Temperance with the devil, but temperance trumps the devil. So if you wanted some sort of confirmation as to like, can I do this? Will I actually be able to do this? Or is this all going to be talk and then I'm going to, you know, mess this up again? What I'm getting with this, Scorpio, is that it really is dependent on you, but temperance will trump the devil. So if you keep letting fear, like base mentality, run your life, then yeah, this will happen every single time. But if you understand that you need to like balance yourself out, and you work on it like the way I was telling you, like maybe work on it from the chakras and work on it slowly, then yeah, this is definitely something that is doable. But again, it has to be something that you actually try to to do, right? The Page of Swords is someone who just, you know, says they're going to do it, but they're not really going to do it. And I think that's a part of you that's conflicted right now. It's like, am I really going to put the work into this, like into the shadow aspect of myself? Am I really going to do it? Or am I going to lie to this person and say I'm going to do it and then never ever do anything and just kind of hide? You know what I mean? So like when I'm acting like the way that I used to act, I'll just kind of like get away from them so they can't tell that I'm really like upset or I'm really, you know, it's not going to work here. You really, really have to put work into this, Scorpio. And it's not just you. We all have these shadow aspects of ourselves. And some of us, you might see that, you know, it's not as deep as others. And I don't know why that is. I think that has a lot to do with the way we were raised and the things that we've had to like personally struggle with as a person. But for some reason you understand that your shadow and this like controlling aspect of you is something, and this ego of yours and this fear, it's a real problem for you, and you understand that, but you can trump it with temperance. It is they're telling you like literally the answer is right here. If this didn't come out, temperance, I would say honestly, I think you'd be telling this person a lie. Like, I wouldn't think that you're going to actually put work into it. But I feel like with temperance coming out, it's really your decision. You can trump it, but you have to put work into it. And I feel like you have to be honest about it, right? Like, I feel like Page of Swords is someone who's like, yeah, I'm working on it. I'm doing it. Let's just say you say like every night for 5 minutes, I'm going to work on like meditating on one chakra or whatever the hell you decide to do. Or you decide to keep a journal, whatever the hell you decide to do for yourself, and you meanwhile like don't ever do it. Like that's what I'm fearful of, and I feel like you're fearful of it too, right? But again, it's really about what you want, and I feel like you want to build a solid foundation in this, and you're a very big part of building the foundation, right? It's not just you, it's you know, it's you and this other person, and I feel like you're very aware of this other person. So it's hard, Scorpio, but I feel like you can do it. You know, again, temperance always trumps the devil. So you can get rid of this fear-based mentality, but it is going to take a lot of work. And it is going to take time. This is a 9, right? You have a 3 and a 9. So, you know, you have to start from 1. You have to start from 0, get to the 3, and then get to the 9. So, yeah. So yeah, Scorpio, I really feel like this is doable. I just think that you have to really implement like a plan, right? Say I'm going to do this every day for 5 minutes, or, you know, be really open about it. Don't lie, right? Like, don't lie and say like everything's okay when it's not okay. And again, it's something that you have to just be very conscious of. But I feel like you are going to make the right decision here both times. Again, it's not easy because you have the devil here. And the devil is always trying to play us in some sort of way. The devil is never going to be on our side. It doesn't matter how much, you know, you're like, well, a little bit of fear and a little bit of this is okay every now and again. I don't have to be perfect. I mean, that's the devil, right? Like, a little bit of fear is okay. No, because that fear can just like get so big. It's a snowball effect, right? Scorpio, let's pull a Divine Feminine for you. Okay, so you have Lilith, the first woman. I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life I desire to live. So that's why I feel like Lilith is coming out, because it's a choice at the end of the day. I know as someone like me who is very quick to like get angry, sometimes it doesn't feel like a choice because it happens in such a moment and in such a way where it doesn't feel like it's a choice. It feels like it's like a part of me, right? Like I can't stop the anger from coming. And I'm actually kind of right about that. The anger is going to come no matter what. But what you choose to do, how you choose to act when you're angry is really what's key. Same thing as like you, how you choose to act when you're afraid, because it's going to happen. You're going to get into this fear-based mentality. Your ego is going to get triggered. You're going to feel some sort of way. Things are going to pop up all the time. But it is your choice how you decide to live like with that fear, right? Same as me with like my anger. I mean, I'm not saying I don't have an ego and fear. I also have that too. But I'm just saying like the quickest thing that I turn to always is, I feel like, anger, which I think is a part of fear, right? So it's the same shit basically. And what I'm saying is that it never really goes away, right? I feel like when you go to anger management and shit, they tell you like it's just something you breathe through. It's just something that you work through. It's never something that's not gonna like be there. Do you know what I'm saying? So again, I don't know why some people have, like, again, I'm very quick to anger. I feel like I know a lot of people who are not, and they don't understand anything about me in that type of way. Like, they don't get it. They're just like, I don't understand why you're like that. I don't understand why I'm like that either, but I do understand that I have that issue, that's something that I have to fix, like, myself. Do you know what I'm saying? And anytime I'm quick to anger, or which is basically fear, same shit, I have to, like, breathe and, like, kind of like deconstruct it in a way where it's not gonna, like, take over what I say in the moment, and where I'm gonna do something impulsively that I'm gonna regret. Which is basically how I've been living my entire life, like impulsively doing shit that I don't necessarily want to be doing. And that's something that takes a long time to learn, how to, like, deconstruct the anger to a point where you're not necessarily letting it control you in the moment. So this is hard. It's a choice, though. I think that's what Lilith is trying to say. It is a choice. It is a choice. Like, just how you have the choice here to choose love, you also have the choice here to work on this part of yourself, right? And a lot of people aren't going to work on it. A lot of people are going to be like, well, you know, I'm just going to kind of get back with this person and they're going to have to deal with it. But you know what? At the end of the day, that foundation isn't going to be strong again, and this is going to fall again. So it's like, do you want to repeat the same mistake over and over again, or do you want to do something different now, Scorpio? So that's what I'm getting. It's your choice. You get to choose how you live your life. Remember that this is not supposed to control you. And again, you have Temperance out here, which is telling you that you can defeat the devil. You can defeat this part of yourself, right? Or maybe not defeat it completely, but tame it to a point where it's not going to be something that triggers you to the point where you ruin something beautiful. So yeah, Scorpio, I hope this helps you guys. I love you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.